Yeah, I keep going back to the bread. It seems a very humble thing, but that bread going to people's homes brings a lot of delight. Particularly the kids call out, "Here's the bread man." In 1989 would have been my first year. I can remember half a dozen people perhaps of that era. It was started by Kevin Sherry, 1963. It did start from there, a tap on the shoulder, and it was for bread. There's not a lot of value in bread, but gosh, you get some people living alone, it might be the only time they talk to anybody is when they get their loaf of bread. They wouldn't have talked to another soul that day.
Wal's always been very selfless. He thinks of others more than he thinks of himself. His compassion towards the people that we go and visit is so rewarding to see. If somebody needs something, he goes out of his way and gets it.
We have calls for help from the Victorian housing, and that's where the bulk of our calls come from. And you get to know those people, and they trust you. They invite you into their home, and it's really essential to get to know them, to sit down beside them and just feel just what they're facing, what they've got to live with every day. And that way, I think you can best assess just how best we can help them. It's just knocking at the door or on a telephone. It's just not the same, is it? It's got to be a home visit.
There was one family with domestic violence. She actually came out, and she had 4 children. No furniture whatsoever. Between Wal, myself and a few others, we made sure that they had enough to sleep on in the 24 hours. And within a week, the whole house was furnished with white goods, with kitchen appliances, and it was a joy to see. And he organised most of that. I mean, if there's always a visit to be made, he's always the first to put his hand up.
We do support each other, yes, we do. I think you get to like each other. Well, I suppose love is a bandied around word, but we'd have an affection for one another, definitely at the conference. St Vincent de Paul's everything, really. It's an everyday activity in some way or another. It's a rarity for a day to go by without something happening.
That's where the compassion comes into it. He reminds me so much of the Good Samaritan. You know, they say Christ-like. Well, I think he's more Frederick Owsnam-like.
I guess going back to the work days, you called it job satisfaction, but it is in a sense job satisfaction. You know you've helped somebody and they're thrilled and you're thrilled.